Hello, welcome to the Missouri Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. Just a few quick housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening. There's more coming up in an hour from now, so be sure to sign up for more if you haven't done so already at the same place that you signed up for this one. And this presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Missouri. Well, I'm not the reason you're here, so I've gotten the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so I'm going to get out of the way now and turn it over to our first presentation, the representative from Indiana State University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Regina Atkins, Indiana State University. I am the
Regina, real quick, sorry to jump in, but your audio sounds weird now. It sounded good earlier, but try disconnecting it and come back, or just muting it and come back and see what happens.
All right. How about now? How's that working?
Still, it's got a lot of, it's like staticky. It sounds like there's a, I mean, if it was a cable connected to it, it sounds like a bad cable.
Okay, let me unhook my headphones. Let me real quick. Apologize. Hello?
It's louder, but it's still giving that staticky noise. So let's, why don't we, we'll come back to you.
That works.
And we'll try that again, and then we'll see if we can get that fixed between that. So we'll go to our next presentation. We'll go to Kansas State University.
Awesome. Happy to jump in, and we'll come back in a little bit. But hello, everyone. My name is Samantha Thomas. I'm the St. Louis Regional Rep with Kansas State University. Just want to give you a quick little overview of K-State if you're not familiar with it, or just some fast facts. But Kansas State University is a 4-year Division I public research university located about 2 hours from KCMO, 4 hours from Springfield, or 6 hours from the absolute farthest edge. We are in Manhattan, Kansas. We're a strong, comprehensive university with over 250 majors and 50 academic minors to choose from, and our graduates enjoy the highest starting salary in the state of Kansas and a 97% job and graduate school placement rate. With over 22,000 students total, we have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. K-State could be a really great fit for you if you wanted a school that was rich in tradition and very school spirited, but just not too far away from home. This year, K-State has been ranked by the Princeton Review as the university with the happiest students in the country. We're number 2 for students that love their colleges, and number 4 for best town-school relationship. That is a national survey of college students done every year. As a 2018 grad of K-State, I can tell you that I know that you can have an incredible experience as a Wildcat. The most exciting thing that I'll share tonight is about a new scholarship that we just started this past year for my juniors on the call who are gearing up for a college search. I want to share about the Missouri Tuition Match Program. Students with a 3.25 GPA and a 22 ACT or an 1100 SAT who apply to the university by the priority scholarship deadline of December 1st can receive in-state tuition, making our total cost of attendance just $22,000 a year. That's one of the best deals that you're going to find for an out-of-state school in the region. We're very serious about providing an affordable, world-class education that's worth every dollar that you invest. We do want to give you time to get in that test score. So although the priority scholarship deadline is December 1, we'll accept new test scores through the spring. This past year, we also introduced a test optional scholarship consideration policy that was really popular with students because it looked at you more holistically. It considered things like your resume, activities, if COVID had affected your family, maybe with a lost job or things like that, and is really popular option. So if you're curious about that, please message me after and we can continue that conversation. I mentioned earlier that we have 250 programs at K-State. That's the most of any school in the Big 12. That's our athletic conference. To give you a preview of some of our programs, I want to highlight the ones that are most popular for Wildcats from this region. So first would be architecture. We offer 5-year master's programs in architecture that are all ranked in the top 3 in the country. Programs from architecture, interior architecture and industrial design, landscape architecture, regional and community planning, as well as a bachelor's of architectural engineering. Next would be business. Our business school is direct entry, meaning that you can start in any of our programs from day one. Because of the amazing resources and mentorship, our business school is a top 30 business school to hire from by Bloomberg Business Week. Next is our pre-vet and our vet program. Our vet school is the 8th oldest and the number 4 ranked program in the country. We focus in large, small, and exotic animal medicine. Our vet school is unique because we don't require you to complete your bachelor's degree before you start. All we ask is that you have the 64 prereq credit hours. It takes you about 2.5 years to get through those. It is one of the fastest and highest quality opportunities to become a vet in the country. And of course, what we're most known for students from this area is engineering. We offer 12 ABET accredited undergraduate engineering degrees with over 60 specializations in popular areas like cybersecurity, aerospace, sensors and devices. We offer strong, broad degrees that will last you your whole lifetime, but lots of specializations for you to get into a more specific field. Engineering grads are working for major companies all over the world like Amazon, Garmin, and Disney. K-State can be your everything school. We're going to offer you amazing academics, but also a really great college experience. You can continue your involvement in things that you've done in high school, like sports or student government, or you can find new things to enjoy, like doing research and finding breakthroughs in our Johnson Cancer Research Facility, or meeting a whole new group of friends in a Greek organization. No matter what you choose, your life as a Wildcat will surround you with awesome people that will give you opportunities to grow and excel. If you're interested in applying to K-State, you definitely should. Our application will open on June 1st. It takes 15 to 20 minutes. There's no essays or letters of rec or anything like that. You can apply on our website or through the Common App, and you just need one of those things to apply. We are test optional for admission, but you can get into the university with a 3.25 weighted or unweighted GPA, 21 on your ACT, that can be super scored, or a 1060 SAT. I would love to get you all on campus and show you what life in Manhattan is like. We are open for visits now, as well as throughout the entire summer. We also do offer virtual options too. So if you're interested in K-State, I'm going to put all the information you see up there on the chat. I would love to talk to you. I work with students throughout the entire state of Missouri, kind of outside of the Kansas City area. But no matter where you live, I'd love to get you connected to K-State. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us, and I will pass it off to the next school.
Thank you very much. And I will remind you that you can ask questions using the Q&A. If it is for a specific school, just name the school in your question, and that way they know it is for them. Up next, we will circle back and hear from Indiana State University.
Hello, how is this?
Much better.
Wonderful. Okay, so here is my screen share, and let's get started. So first off, my name once again is Regina with Indiana State University. I'm the Executive Director of Admissions there. And I'm going to start off with some quick facts or important things I want you to take away with, I guess. First and foremost, visit campus. No matter where you go, all of our institutions love to see our students or prospective students come to our campus, and Indiana State is no different. We are located in Terre Haute, Indiana, which is right on the border of Indiana and Illinois. So for our Missouri, it's not too far, about 2.5 hours right on Interstate 70. So we definitely welcome you all to campus, and we love to see you all here. We have a variety of visit opportunities for you, especially for our students who want to hear about programs. We actually this month have a couple major specific events. So if you're curious about programs, what we offer at Indiana State, a visit is right up your alley. And speaking of our programs, we offer over 100 to choose from, everything from education to engineering and technology programs to hard sciences, almost kind of a little bit of everything. So we strongly encourage you to check us out if you are open and interested in a variety of things. Now, to take you back in time, we are known for education, as we first started off as a normal school, which means we taught teachers. So we have very good education programs like elementary ed, special ed. And if you're interested in continuing your education, we have some master's and doctorate programs as well. But once again, we offer a variety of opportunities for students. We love variety, and so we are very proud of not only the variety of majors, but our variety in our students that you will meet on our campus. Diversity is very important to us, and we have a very diverse institution. And we actually, we really love the word diversity and how we look at it in a variety of ways. So you're going to see students who look different than you, but you're also going to have students who come from different backgrounds. So we have a lot of students from rural areas. We have students from urban, big old cities like a St. Louis, or for my Indiana folks, Indianapolis. We have Chicago, big city, but also small town students. We have students from a variety of socioeconomic backgrounds. And the reason why we find that that's very important is because that's what you're going to see in the real world. We want to make sure that your education you get from us looks like what you're going to experience and see, and we want you prepared to experience the real world. Now, let's talk more about some of those fun facts. Over 100 programs to choose from. We're right on the border of Indiana, Illinois. We're a medium to small size institution. So we have about 10,800 students, and we like our size. We want to grow a little bit, and that is our goal. But we also understand that when you have a smaller institution, you're able to connect with some students. And so our student to faculty ratio right now is 20-1, and then 25 or fewer of our students. That's 25 is the average class size for our programs. We don't have large lecture halls. We only have a couple spaces that can hold a couple hundred students. So we want to make sure that we can connect with everyone as best as we can in the way that they need. Our faculty is definitely here from you. When it comes to faculty involvement, that is very key for us. We have our faculty are teaching the courses versus GA or TAs. We want to make sure that you can connect with people who are in your field and can give you those experiences that really enrich your academic career. And so we have all of our programs built in experiential learning, which means hands-on opportunities from day one. Once again, we want to enrich that academic experience for you. In terms of our degree, we are #1 in transforming lives. So what that means is that we value our education, and with our students, we are graduating our students, which means that they are bettering their lives and their families' lives. So we are pretty proud about that. But in terms of our campus, we are a tree campus, USA for 10 years running. We love to make sure that we have a beautiful space for our students to enjoy themselves and to grow. And we're pretty proud about that. Now, say you love, the idea of all our programs and our size and our diversity, we strongly encourage you to apply to Indiana State. Our application typically becomes available the 1st of July, and we have our own app that's pretty simple. We just require the application and your high school transcript. For admission, we look for at least a 2.5, but our scholarships start off at a 3.0. Once you complete your application and submit your transcript, we can then start talking about scholarships. For us, we have our tuition here on the screen. We actually have partnered with the Midwest Exchange Program, which offers a reduced cost of tuition for our students who are in Missouri. And so our tuition for those students is a little bit under $12,000. So we try to keep our costs as low as possible. So our total cost would be about $23,000 for students to attend. We offer, as I mentioned earlier, scholarships for students that's based off of their admission process. So when you receive your admit packet, you'll learn what type of opportunities are available to you. Now, we are not too far from the St. Louis area. I have my little map here for you to show kind of where we're at, but we're pretty close to a variety of places, and we're easy to get to. So for our students who are looking for, like I said, that maybe, a bigger campus, we're more on the smaller side, but we have that really great atmosphere that makes you feel that you're in a bigger space because of our location of Terre Haute. We're right in downtown in the city. We have a really great campus, and we encourage all of our students to enjoy kind of the area that we're in and really connect with our city. It's a great place to be. So once again, to kind of circle back, we encourage students to apply as soon as they can, starting July 1st, and then we want to see you on our campus. So definitely come for a visit. We have, like I said, offer a variety of opportunities for students, whether you want to go on a tour or meet with academics. We would love to welcome you to Indiana State. My contact information is here. If you have any questions, please let me know and drop them in the chat.
Thank you very much. And again, questions can ask by hitting the Q&A button, typing in your question. If it is for a specific school, name the school in your question. Also pay attention to the chat. That's how the representatives can send you information like links and contact info directly to you, so you can take advantage of that. Up next, we will hear from Oklahoma State University.
Thank you so much. Let me get my screen shared. All right, everyone, good evening, and thank you for having me. My name is Caitlin Middleton, and I'm an admissions counselor for Oklahoma State. Sorry, it always takes a while to go to the second slide. So Oklahoma State is located in Stillwater, Oklahoma. So we are centrally based in Oklahoma. We are about an hour away from OKC and about an hour away from Tulsa. Both of those have major airports if you're wanting to fly home, or it is not a very far drive from Missouri. Now, Stillwater also has its own regional airport, and it is a small traditional college town, but this school makes up most of the population. So we are a mid-sized university. We have about 22,000 undergraduate students. 26% of our students do come from out of state, and those numbers are growing. So you will not be the only out-of-state student in Oklahoma State. We are a diverse campus. We represent all 50 states and also 100 countries. So we are a large school that has a lot of diversity and a lot of places represented. We are also a land grant institution. So basically what that means is that you're just going to get more hands-on learning and more research opportunities, as well as scholarship opportunities. There are a lot of chances for you to get research done at an undergraduate level, whereas at another school, you might not be able to get that until you're working on your graduate degree. Now, we have over 200 majors across 5 academic colleges. And so some of the most popular ones are zoology, interior design, design merchandising, hospitality, tourism management, as well as all of our ag degrees and engineering degrees. You can have a minor with any major, or if you are looking to go pre-law, pre-vet, pre-med, you can add those onto any major. You don't have to go a specific degree route. Now, I want to talk about Ferguson College of Ag. So we are known for ag and engineering. The reason I want to talk about Ferguson College of Ag is because we are the only vet school in the state of Oklahoma. And so we do have a fast track program to get you into vet school. If that's something that you're interested in, I would be happy to talk to you about that. And then our College of Engineering. So what you're seeing on the bottom right-hand corner is our Endeavor Lab. This is a lab that is all hands-on learning. It is a building full of labs. So we have wind tunnels, water tunnels, a room with nothing but 3D printers. So you're really going to get that hands-on work experience while still in school, being mentored by professors who have actually worked in the field that you're interested in. So our application does open in July for our upcoming juniors. You can apply on our website. We are not on Common App, and that's because your application to the university will double for scholarships. So what we need is just your transcript, test scores if you have them. We are test optional, so those are not required, and then your application fee or a fee waiver. That's going to complete your application for the university. And then for scholarships, we do require essays and a leadership and involvement resume. Those 2 things put you in the pool for all competitive scholarships. We have 2 different ways to be admitted to Oklahoma State. So we have comprehensive review, which means that we're going to look at more than just test score and GPA. We're going to look at everything that you submit to us. We're going to look at your essays, at your leadership. And then we also have assured admissions. So much like it sounds, if you meet one of these 3 criteria, then you are guaranteed to be admitted. Now, this is a benchmark. We do have comprehensive review, so don't let these numbers freak you out. We have several different scholarship opportunities. 2 listed here are our assured scholarship and then our competitive scholarships. So the competitive scholarships are going to be based off the essays and the leadership and involvement resume that I mentioned, and that will be coming from your academic college. Now, our assured scholarships are our out-of-state waivers. So what you're seeing here is the assured scholarship. So just like assured admissions, if you meet this criteria, then you're guaranteed to get this scholarship. So if you have a 3.0 unweighted GPA and a 24 ACT score, you're going to get $10,000 per year for 4 years. And then the higher the score, the higher the scholarship as well. And then any additional scholarships will stack on top of that as well. We have several different ways to get involved at Oklahoma State. So we have several different student organizations. Some of the really interesting ones that I've heard of are Scott's Tots. So if you're interested in The Office, or if you like watching The Office, it's just a group of students that get together and watch The Office together. So there's really everything here that you can think of. And then you can also create a club or organization if you're interested in that too. Intramurals, we have very interesting intramurals as well. We have about 50 different intramurals that you can be a part of. Study abroad opportunities throughout every academic college. Networking and career services. There are career fairs every single year that you can start going to as a freshman. We are home to America's Greatest Homecoming, and these are just a couple of pictures to show you our traditions. These are called house decks that our sororities and fraternities put together. These are massive. The pictures do not even do them justice. And then just wrapping up, we do have daily campus tours. So if you are interested in coming to visit Oklahoma State, we have tours every day at 9:30 a.m. and then Friday at 9:30 and 1:30. You can sign up on our website, or you can join us for a virtual tour. Here is my information, and I would love to talk to you more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Q&A is where you can ask questions of our representatives. If it's for a specific school, just name the school in your question. So we've been jumping from west to east, and now we're going to go back east. We went from Kansas to Indiana to Oklahoma. Now we're going to Illinois, and we'll hear from the representative from Illinois State University.
All right. Good afternoon. It's good evening, everyone. I'm Brandon Delk. I am the senior admissions counselor here in the Office of Admissions at Illinois State. I'm actually campus-based, so I'm right smack dab here in Normal, Illinois, which is right in the middle of the state of Illinois. So we're about 2 hours south of Chicago and 2.5 hours north of St. Louis. So we are not too far, not too close from you all, definitely conveniently located. These states that border us that you see highlighted here in red, all of them receive in-state tuition automatically from us. So we definitely are excited to offer you that $11,000 savings here with us. We are a growing and thriving campus. We kind of are the best of both worlds in terms of not being too big and not being too small. We have about 21,000 students, but offer you 19 Division I sports, access to high caliber employers, access to research, but also a very small classroom size as well. The picture you see here is one of our spirit photos that we take during our welcome week. So you move in a whole week before school starts. So we have a whole bunch of activities planned for you, like cook-offs and barbecues and movies out in the quad, casino night, and then taking this spirit photo here also. We have 6 colleges. Our most popular majors on our campus are those in the College of Business, College of Education. We're actually one of the largest producers of teachers in the entire country, and definitely the Midwest. Our College of Nursing is also very popular on our campus. We're direct admission for both business and nursing here. So again, that continues to grow each year as well. We recently added cybersecurity to our programs, and that has grown immensely over the past couple of years. And then this past year, we added game design. So a lot of exciting things coming down the pike. So as I said before, 21,000 students, kind of in between, again, not being too big, not being too small. We have more females to male on campus. We're very transfer friendly. So if your pathway is to go to community college for a year or two, we definitely can assist you with that process, even when you're a senior in high school. We have 47 states represented here in 74 countries. I say about 10% of our student population come from Missouri. And then 3 in 10 of our students identify from being from unrepresented backgrounds. So that's based off race and ethnicity. Diversity and inclusion is a core value of Illinois State, and we strive each year to increase diversity on our campus to more reflect what the country looks like. So speaking of that inclusion piece, we do have about 35 plus diversity-based organizations on our campus. These are kind of like the big 4 here that you see. And all 4 of these organizations are housed in our multicultural center. And we're going to be opening up actually a brand new facility this year, this fall, which is going to have bigger event and meeting spaces, faculty, staff, and student offices, a diversity library, a trans closet. There's going to be so many different things that students can get involved in and experience. Are definitely excited for this to benefit the overall campus community. Another great thing about our DAOs is what we call them is that they have their own graduation ceremony. So you'll still have your regular commencement, but each 4 of these organizations have their own graduation to kind of celebrate, their cultures and themselves as well. So it's a really great event on campus. So there's lots of options out there in terms of colleges, especially from the public universities, about like 1,900 of us. But we do better than 90% of them in regards to retention, graduation, and loan default rate. So retention is like a happiness measurement, like how many students do we keep here a year? And we're well above the national average for that. Our graduation rate is also well above the national average also. So we keep you, but also get you out a reasonable amount of time as well. The loan default rate, that could be a head scratcher sometimes, but it's a really important thing to find out about and ask about of other schools. But basically it's the number of students who take out loans and after they graduate, they don't pay them back, and they get in trouble with their lender. They get put into default and they can't get car loans, mortgages, etc. So right now, about 10% of college graduates are in this situation of being in default, but at ISUs, ours is less than 4%. So the majority of our loan-seeking students are paying their loans back at very high rates because they're finding gainful employment upon graduation. So it's just a good, strong indicator of Redbird's success. And again, academic options. We have over 150 majors for you to choose from. I recommend going to our academics page here and doing some exploration of our course plans, career outcomes to kind of narrow down your focus. We cluster all of our majors into these different areas. So if you think you want to go into business or economics, you can take a look at all of our business majors and their career outcomes to kind of get a feel for what class you'll be taking each semester also. And in terms of our academic environment, as I said before, 21,000 students, but the average classroom size here is 31. So we pride ourselves on that individualized attention and making sure you don't feel like a number here. So the teachers are the ones that are teaching you the majority of your classes. I'll talk about the actual full-time professors, and most of them have a PhD, they have their full terminal degree. ISU, was a teaching college, a normal school, as Indiana State mentioned, and which is why our city is actually called normal, is because of the school. And that foundation has stuck with us. I truly believe our faculty work here because they want to have that student-centered experience with you. And then this is just a picture of Uptown Normal. One thing I want to highlight is that we have the train station right in Uptown. So if you need to get to Chicago or St. Louis, this is within walking distance for you to take the train station to us. And then when it comes to career services, definitely get to know them off the bat. They're available to you the entire 4 years here, and those services will be available to you even after you graduate. So mock interviews, resume building, they plan all the internship and career fairs on our campus, so they're definitely a good resource for you. And then when it comes to applying, the application for next fall will open up this year, August 1st. We have our own application website that you can see on the screen there. And we also will be joining the Common App this year as well. So you will have those two options in terms of the application. But please apply during the preferred filing period of August 1st to November 15th to get the best consideration for your major. And then lastly, as far as what we look for in a student, we don't have a set minimum. This is what the middle 50% typically is. So we admit 25% above that and 25% below it. So if you're in the middle 50%, be confident that you're Redbird material. We are also test optional. So if you have a score, great. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. And then please come visit us. We are offering campus visits now and all throughout the summer, and also virtual options as well. And then this is my contact information. I will drop it in the chat as well, but definitely feel free to follow up with me with any questions. Okay.
Thank you very much. And again, questions can be asked using the Q&A. So we've kind of ping-ponged east to west and west to east, and now back to the home state of Missouri. Here's Missouri State University up next for a presentation.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. My name is Alicia Seda, and I am from Missouri State University. So to help you get a feel for MSU, we are the second largest university in the state with a little over 24,000 students enrolled on our main campus. Our main campus is located in Springfield, Missouri, and happens to be about a 10-minute walk from our thriving downtown and a short 30-minute drive from Table Rock Lake in the Branson area. Springfield was ranked one of the most affordable cities for college students, and with plenty of restaurants, concert venues, and sporting events, it is a really fun place to be a college student. Missouri State University offers over 170 academic programs. Some of our most common majors are business, education, psychology, criminology, our health and human services majors, and music and theater. However, we also have unique programs in entertainment or sports management, where students get to volunteer every year at the Super Bowl, or we have a hospitality leadership major where students get to complete an internship at luxury resorts around the world. With a 22-to-1 student to faculty ratio, very few of your classes at most state will be the lecture style, and very few of your classes will be taught by teaching assistants. MSU has a super friendly and spirited campus vibe, and our students are busy. With 17 Division I sports teams, over 375 student organizations, our state-of-the-art rec center, and plenty of cool campus traditions and events, students are involved in more than just going to class and studying all the time. But obviously, academics are the priority, and we offer many tools for our students to be successful, which includes free tutoring, a writing and math center, and our career service center, where students can discover internship and job opportunities. We also have a disability resource center, a health and wellness center, and we pair all of our students with their own academic advisor who will help support and guide them through their academic experience at Missouri State. Missouri State is committed to remaining affordable, so I think we are a great value, especially for our size of school and what we offer. The total cost of attendance, which includes tuition and fees, room and board, and books and supplies, is a little under $19,000 per year. And keep in mind that 97% of our students receive financial aid. And with our great scholarship opportunities, most students are paying considerably less to attend. Actually, 40% of our graduates have zero student loan debt. Applying to Mo State is a pretty painless process. A great time to apply is in the summer before your senior year or early fall of your senior year. It is free to apply, and you can apply through the Common App or using our personal online application. I totally get that this is an overwhelming process and is a big decision. So I think being able to hear from our current students may be the best way to get a feel for our university. And so I encourage you to check out our student-run YouTube channel. It's called The Bear Den, and you can hear from our current students. They will take you through a day in their life at Mo State, or introduce you to fun spots on campus, or just blog about other random topics. But this gives you a really good glimpse into what it could be like if you are part of the MSU community. I'll wrap up by saying, please visit campus if you are able to, or even take our virtual tour online. We are all great universities here, and we just want you guys to find your best fit. And the best way to do that is by stepping foot on campus, touring the residence halls, meeting with faculty, and experiencing the atmosphere of campus. So we would love to have you on our campus. We offer limited capacity tours most Monday through Saturdays. We are also hosting a smaller open house event on April 10th, and you can register for those visits online. If you prefer the virtual option, You can also schedule a phone or Zoom appointment with your individual admission counselor as well. Please never hesitate to reach out, and I hope to see you on our campus soon. But that's it for me. Thanks for letting me introduce you to MSU. And with that, I will hand it over to Russ.
Thank you very much. And I will invite all of our representatives to come back on camera, turn on their microphones, and I get to play talk show host in the remaining time we have left. For those attending live and those who will access the recording on demand later, this is valuable stuff that we can add to the end of this as well. And not that the presentations themselves weren't valuable, but the questions do a little value added content, if you will. So we'll have you answer in the same order that you presented. So we'll start with Kansas State University. And the first question is simply, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I feel like the best piece of advice, which I actually heard from another college rep that I've been stealing recently, is to look at colleges through your own eyes, even if there's schools that are near your hometown, or maybe your family went there, or whatever it is. Look at a college through your own fresh eyes. You're the one that's going to be there and get to experience that school. Block out the noise of what your friends are saying or anyone else, but really get to know a school on your own and find out if it's the best fit for you. Just because it's the best fit for your neighbor or your cousin doesn't mean it's going to be the best fit for you. Or maybe the opposite. Maybe you find a really awesome school that you don't know anyone that's ever interacted with. So use fresh eyes, be open, and get to know schools and all the things that they have to offer.
Indiana State University.
I would say my best advice would be to utilize the resources you have available to you. We are, particularly the college reps, we are here to answer any questions you have. And as much as we would love for you to attend our specific institution, I think at the end of the day, we all can agree that going to college somewhere or something after high school, whether that be, I don't know, trade school or something, whatever works best for you, I think is our goal. So use your resources, ask us questions, even if it doesn't pertain at all to our schools. That is our job, to talk to you about college. So please use us.
Oklahoma State University.
Yeah, I really agree with that, Regina. So my piece of advice is to visit any school that you're interested in. That way you can really get a feel of the campus to see if it is something that you're comfortable with, because it could all look great on paper and then you get there and you're not feeling the vibe, or it's not as welcoming as you thought, or maybe you're skeptical of the school and then you get there and you feel at home. So really go and check out these schools that you're interested in.
Illinois State University.
My advice would be to check your email. There's always, I know it can be overwhelming sometimes when you're getting all this stuff thrown at you, but especially when you've actually been admitted to your university and maybe your top 5, top 10 schools are emailing you updates. Please check that information, because there could be some critical stuff in there about visiting or scholarships or connecting with a current student. But check your email, because it's going to be real important for you in the future.
And Missouri State University.
Yeah, so my piece of advice is to follow any schools that you're interested in on their social media accounts. So whether it be like Instagram or Snapchat or a YouTube channel, I just think that gives you a really unique perspective. It also shares what's maybe important to that university or fun events on campus. So any schools that you're interested in, just hit follow on Twitter or whatever it is. And I think that can really help give you just a day in the life of a student if you were there on campus.
Well, great advice from all of you. Next up, we'll ask, I'll say it's a more fun question, but it certainly is one that's a little lighter. And it's, what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? And we'll start with Kansas State University.
Okay, I always say that my favorite traditions at K-State are food related. And I think that's very important as you're looking at schools, because that's where you're going to be and that's where you're going to eat for all your time. So my favorite K-State food tradition is called raspberry black bean dip. It sounds super gross and like weird. It's a lot of different things, but it's raspberry sauce, black beans, and cream cheese. And they bake it and they put Parmesan on top. And it's like one of the only things that I crave from Manhattan, but all like food traditions in Manhattan are my favorite things in the world.
Indiana State University.
So we host a derby. Actually, we have 2 derbies every year. So for spring week, which is kind of like homecoming, we host a tricycle derby. A tandem bike derby. So, the two peeps on the bikes and they go around, around, around. And then for homecoming, we have a tricycle derby. So adult sized tricycles, college students going around and round and round as fast as they can. It is fabulous. We have such a great time. We support our teams. It's wonderful. So our tricycle derby and our tandem derby.
Oklahoma State.
So I'm going to be a little basic here and say homecoming, because who doesn't love homecoming? But specifically the week of homecoming, the pictures that I showed, we have what we call walk around, and our sororities and fraternities work all semester on these giant structures. They're made out, like the fraternities will weld them, and then the sororities hang up chicken wire and just stuff it with tissue paper. So all of those pictures was chicken wire and tissue paper. So they create these murals, and the population just triples, and people are walking around looking at them. And coming up this year is our 100th anniversary of homecoming. So we're looking forward to that and the festivities to come.
Illinois State.
So we're really big on involvement here. We got like almost 450 plus organizations that you can join. And that can be overwhelming, but to even make it even more overwhelming is that the second week of the semester, we have a big event here called Festival ISU. So all 450 clubs, organizations are on the quad. If you've seen Pitch Perfect, it's kind of like, that opening to that. And it's like a great day to get information about the different clubs, but also get, free Chick-fil-A or free pizza, or like, go into a dunk tank. So it's a really great day for the whole campus community to see all of what's out there for our students. Like, I really enjoy that.
Missouri State.
Okay, I have two. So the first one, and it actually was today, ironically enough, but is our fountain day, where we turn on our beautiful fountain, which is in front of our library, and it's modeled after the Caesar's Palace fountain in Las Vegas. So it's this really cool fountain, and we have this big party when we get to turn it on for the spring, and there's free food, concerts, free t-shirts given away. So that's one of my favorites. Also, Rent a Puppy Day during finals week. So just to like help alleviate some stress and to kind of like calm your nerves around finals week, we have organizations that will sit out there and you can rent a puppy for a little bit and just play and hang out outside. So those are two of my favorites.
Well, very quickly, we have time to squeeze in a third question. So this one is also fun. An interesting or fun fact about your school? Start with Kansas State.
Cool. So K-State is one of only 25 universities in the country to have an active nuclear reactor on campus, which I think is very cool. And everyone always wants to see it when you come on visits. And it is active and it's super, super cool. And we do have undergrad classes where students can interact with it. Does not power campus. A little bit of a downer there, but still very, very cool.
Indiana State.
So I mentioned that we're Tree Campus USA for 10 years, and we have exactly 23 sycamore trees on campus. Now that number has no relevance or semblance, but what is interesting is that when we're on our campus tours, our mascot is Sycamore Sam, and Sycamore Sam is a non-gendered woodland creature, and Sam likes to hide around the 23 trees. So on your tours, every now and then you might see a lovely little mascot jumping out at you. So far this year, that has been the hit of the tours. So yes.
Oklahoma State.
So I will just throw out some famous alumni. So we are the alma mater to Garth Brooks, the country singer, also Des Bryant and Barry Sanders. So it's pretty cool.
Illinois State.
So we are home to the oldest collegiate circus in the entire country. So we are one of two of the remaining collegiate circuses in the country, Gamma Phi Circus. So it's all students. They put on a big spring performance every year, and this year they're going to be doing it virtually. So we're excited. It's going to be, I think it's going to be music across the world or something like that. So yeah, we have a circus, which is really interesting.
Last but not least, Missouri State.
Yeah, so I always like to tell students about our university president. His name's Cliff Smart. He's amazing. That's another good person to follow on Twitter or Instagram if you're interested in Missouri State. But we were having a rough year in football. We needed to increase some attendance. And so he decided, hey, if I can get so many students to one of our games, I will crowd surf. And so our university president crowd surfed at a home football game. So I think that's kind of cool.
Well, thank you for sharing all of the fun facts and your favorite traditions and the advice for students going through this process right now. Also, thank you for sharing all of the great information about each of your schools. I want to thank all of our attendees for joining us during this presentation. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, there's another session getting ready to start in about 15 minutes. So you can sign up for yet another session at the same place you signed up for this one. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Missouri. Once again, thank you to all of our 5 representatives for joining us and presenting great information during this session. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Take care.